Welcome to The Profile. I'm Gary Dunn, and in the comfy chair tonight,
it is comfy.
Mr. Alf Demasi. How are you,
Cheers,
mate?
Gary. So good to see you, mate.
Very nice to see you
Good
too,
to see
mate.
we're both alive, buddy.
I know.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it the lucky planet, mate? We're
Yes,
both here.
Yes.
So anyway, when did you start playing in bands, mate?
Look, who's doing this interview? Me
Oh,
or
sorry,
you?
I get confused.
Huh?
My apologies. That's right. Okay, go for it, mate.
Okay,
Yes.
when did you arrive tonight?
When I got here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great start, Al.
Brilliant.
Mate, where were you born?
Well, I was born in Mount Hawthorn Hospital, mate.
Yeah.
Here in WA boy. Born and bred with Italian parents,
Yeah.
Italian heritage, but yet very much an Aussie, mate.
Good on you, mate. And what instruments do you play?
Oh, look, I'm mostly a piano player. I
Yeah.
understand other instruments because I write for them, but piano player, that's my forte.
You sing as well, of course.
Wow, thanks, mate. Yeah, I do. I sing,
I've
kind
seen
of.
you sing.
Well, yes, I can hold a tune and destroy it like any other man.
Yes. So what was the turning point, the light bulb moment in your life where you decided, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life? This is me.
Oh, it's all. Well, being a young Italian fellow from Aussie Park, I learnt the accordion.
Yep.
And loved the accordion. Then I had the great fortune of having an amazing teacher who became a really good friend and mentor, Sammy Patata.
Oh, Sammy, yep.
And watching his career, I just thought, I want to be him.
Wow.
But I ended up being taller, which is not that hard.
No.
So, but yeah, it's Sammy's reasoning. Me following his life and his family and stuff made me want to be a musician.
Beautiful man, he is.
He
And his
really
brother
is.
Bruno. Yep.
Absolutely, Bruno too, absolutely.
So the first band I have written here is Oak in 1972.
Yes.
Who was in that band and what?
Oh, I wish I could remember. I honestly can't. I remember that there was a lead singer, Dave, and he had an M&R column PA.
All right, yeah.
And yeah, so they were the days. And the best part about it
That was the
it-
first line array.
Yes,
That's the early
absolutely,
line array.
mate.
Yeah, sorry.
And I can remember buying my father's Kingswood station wagon to go to the gigs, you know.
Yeah,
It was really good. And but the only thing was with that band, because I was living at home, is that I wasn't allowed to grow my hair.
Okay.
So it was really brilliant turning up at the Overflow. He kicked with his guys with his massive long hair. And guess what we were doing? We were doing Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple.
Long-haired music.
And there I had my Fender Rhodes piano, but I was using a fuzz pedal, so I sounded like a guitar player.
Wow.
But with short hair.
Yeah. So Spilt Milk was
Yeah.
the next band, 73, 74, and I remember coming to see that band
Yep.
at the Cudo Hotel with a friend of mine called Greg McKay. So who was in that band?
Greg Keamy.
Yep.
My brother Joe was on drums.
Yep.
We had a couple of bass players, but it was Ian Lewis on bass.
Very
and
funky band,
We
wasn't
were.
it?
Well, see, I was right into my jazz fusion at that stage
Yeah.
too. So we're big Chick Corea fans. So we were quite funky and quite different, but you know, that was a good band.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I
proud of
remember
it.
being very impressed.
And Sam Matskoff in guitar. That's what
All
was
right,
in the
Sam
band too.
Matskoff. Yeah. Dog City with Eddie Parisi.
Yeah, dog. Then we met a fellow called Charlie Sorelli. Went around the country with
Good
a band
old
called
Charlie.
Encounter.
Yep.
And we travelled right up and down the coast playing places, learning that we had to better play the right kind of covers to eat and feed ourselves. Then I came back and that was right in the middle of the punk era. Well, punk, new wave. And that's where Dog City come from. And Eddie, is a magnificent bass player. So we basically went to Port End and put a band together with Angie Giles,
Yep.
Eddie and Joe on drums. And who was a guitar player? He was really good. But we were doing B-52s and stuff, and that's the first time I actually got up and sang a song, because
Okay.
B-52s didn't need much singing.
See, I knew you sang, but yeah.
That's more of a performer than a singer.
So you moved on.
Yeah.
Down under with Paul Reynolds and
that was an experience.
Fozzie.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Great musician like Paul Reynolds, and a great musician and songwriter like Brenton Fosdyke, and we also had Angie Giles in the band too. We actually went to Singapore, played there. That was a great experience.
John Mayer was in that band as
No,
well.
no.
Oh,
No, Brenton played guitar and sang.
Oh.
That was a great experience, and that really got my juices going for songwriting too.
yeah. Invasion Force with Pecco
Yep.
and
Gardy
Gardy.
and Pecco and Gardy. Absolutely, good old Pecco. Yeah. I'm not going to cry because I still miss him
No.
to this day. He was
Yeah.
a Great guy. We used to rehearse that band in my parents' garage in Balcatta.
Yeah.
And Pekka would turn up. Sorry, boys, my grandmother's not well.
Would he tell you what to do and what speed and
what to eat?
Yeah.
Do you know if you got any of that yet? But no, he's a great guy. No, he's sadly missed, but that was a great experience again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good band.
It's a bit like my producer. We have a relationship where we're a great team as long as I do what he says. And I know Pecco was a bit like that.
And you actually listen to him, do you?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Wow. That's. I've got to shake your hand on that.
Thank
one.
you.
That's well done, mate. Because no one else does.
No one else does. So we've actually got the Pecco. Do you want to throw that over if you like? Oops, there you go.
Wow.
The night that we raised a lot of money for his
and this
family.
is a great disappointment in my life. I couldn't be at this event because I was away. So.
Could you hold it straight for the camera? Because
Absolutely.
Johnny's getting really angry with you, like, moving it around. Have you got it? So that's just been released. I can't remember how much it is, but look, fantastic. 3 hours or 4 hours of video and music from some great musicians around Perth.
Oh, that's great, and he deserves it. He's one of those true gentlemen.
Yeah. So did you do any session work with Muffin the Divers? I mean, it must have...
Just so happens I did. There was a situation that our manager at the time was also managing them, and I get this panic phone call that one of the members, I'll let you figure it, I'm the piano player, so you can figure it out.
Lance.
Him. Lance, that guy. He wasn't available for a couple of weeks.
What happened to him? Do you know?
Look, please. No,
Okay.
I could tell you the truth, but I'm going to tell you
Is
a
there
lie.
a rumour that he actually went to jail?
He needed a holiday.
Oh, okay.
Is that a holiday?
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know.
He was having a holiday in jail, and I filled in for a couple of weeks, and I had the joy of learning the whole repertoire in 2 days, so that was good fun too. But that once again, there's a real energy. This is part of the whole Perth thing, isn't it? A real energy building about
Absolutely.
performing.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Great time.
And the next band, Flying Fonzarelli's, early 80s, that was a massive success for you guys, crowds. Yeah, you recorded an EP as well, and I just remember that real crowd participation with Richard and yourself. And
Well, I'll never forget when I came back from over East the first time I'd been away, and I went to a Wednesday night and I saw a band called Fingerprints.
Yep.
On a Wednesday night, played to about 800-900 people at the Windsor Hotel, and I looked at it and I thought, I listened to the band and I thought, wow, that's interesting. But then you look at the people and you think to yourself, wow, that's even more interesting. And I think what Perth bands have always done, and still to this day, it managed to get, have developed this really special energy which they know how to deliver a song.
Yeah.
Forget the crap about whether it's good or bad or not, but we know how to sell a song and get an audience involved. Yeah. And the Flying Fonzarellis was, the reason it worked is we had one of the greatest voices ever, Richard Roberts, at the front. You got to be good. You got to be good, sort of from a presentation perspective, but you got to have a good band behind you to sell it, mate.
So who was in that band? There was yourself and Richard.
Myself, Richard, my brother Joe, Lloyd Allenson, who was in Invasion Force on bass, Neil Fraser on sax and keyboards too. Right. It was a great experience, and Martin Cilia on guitar. Yeah.
And then Hank, I think, took over at some time.
And Hank came near the end of it, near the end, last few days, a few years of it. Band. Yeah.
Wow. Next band, the Joy Boys. They just keep coming. In 1988 with Sam Bertolini, good old Sambo. Yes. We released a single, Need to Find a Way, which is on here.
That one, the
this
red
one. Here, Volume 1.
And the Flying Fonz is on that one too.
Yep. Pub Legends Volume 1. You can get it at ProCopy, www.procopy.com.au. Just ring Mark Whitehouse, and his phone probably won't work. He's having trouble with his phones. But that's great. There's lots of other great artists on there as well, like V Capri and the Jets.
No, absolutely, mate.
Tora Tora, Ice Tiger.
Perfect Strangers, one of my favourite bands of the time too.
And Hooker.
Yeah, Hooker. You were. He was in Hooker.
Let's not talk about that. Okay. So Alf Fonzarelli and The Real Thing with Ian Falk. So did that have anything to do with Young Talent Time?
It basically came from the Joy Boys moving into Alf Fonzarelli in The Real Thing, and it was very much Young Talent Time. Yeah. And you laugh, but actually the fact is that Alf Fonzarelli in The Real Thing went up to Broome one Shinju, and we actually worked with Johnny Young. Yeah, we did. And we got a very interesting photo of Johnny Young in our room.
Can we get a hold of that photo?
No, you cannot. So we'll just leave it at that and carry on.
Okay. So Sam Travado was playing drums in that band, wasn't he?
This is 30 years for Sam and I in bands together.
Wow.
30, oh my God, 30 years.
And he's got the best Joe Cocker voice ever.
Absolutely. Yeah, he has. He sounds like Joe Cocker. Yeah, next.
Just going to break it up a bit. What was the first concert you went to?
First concert I went to was Santana, supported by Fatty Lumpkin at Beatty Park Pool in 1973, I think it was, 73, 74, something like that.
It's great. They used to use Beatty Park all the time then.
Mate, I saw Elton John there. It was a great venue, you know, it was very good. Fantastic.
Who would you say the biggest influence on your life has been musically?
Sammy Patata, but because, he honestly has been, because Sammy is one of those musicians, he's a folk musician, he's a jazz musician, he's a classical musician. So I think he very much so has affected me. But there's been other influences. I love my classical music, and I love my jazz too. So very eclectic, my taste, mate. You're not going to believe it, eh?
And it would have been good going to see Sam because he makes the best chili olives, and you know he loves his chili. And
he loves his chili. He's the only man I know who packs chilies in his pocket when you come out somewhere. Fantastic. He's a great guy.
He's unreal. So, what was your earliest influence by musician or band?
Oh, look, it's probably, I could tell you the first 2 albums I bought, because I never bought singles.
Yep.
There was 2 albums I bought, which were pretty important to me. One was Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and the other one, which I bought at the same time, was Chick Corea's Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy.
Wow. Yep.
So, both those albums on the turntable at home were slowed down at particular points to 16 revs per minute, so I could sort of destroy them totally. Yeah. And I was sitting, remember, my piano's in my room, but I'm sitting with my accordion learning these chords and notes. But those 2 albums were pivotal, I think.
So you learned all those on accordion first, and then
because it's a long time ago. The only way I could get, because the record player was in a 3-in-1 with the stick TV, one of those. So
you had to stand up near it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then press your foot on.
That's right. Yeah. I wonder if anyone really remembers what a record is.
I do.
But it was the most embarrassing time of my life years ago when the kids were playing, and one of the girls came out and goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Demasi." I said, "Yes, your son's got one of those things. It's kind of round and thing." It's when you know you're getting there, right? Oh, you mean a record, dear?
So, Dr. Bogus was the next thing.
Yeah.
And you guys recorded as well, didn't you?
Yeah, we had 2 incarnations. One was Dr. Bogus and the Wizards of Wonder, which was 8-piece, and we did an album of basically the songs that we played. Richard Roberts was in that. Yeah. Sort of sounding absolutely magnificent, and some great horn players too. So that was great too. Then we just that's evolved into Dr. Bogus, which is still current at the moment. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you what other jobs throughout your life, but I know working in the same industry as you a while ago, you joined Yamaha, and you're still with Yamaha.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Great company to work for. Yeah. It's enjoyable. Actually, I started off. I was approached to work for Casio, so I was actually involved with Casio for a while, and then Yamaha come and sort of offered me the gig. Yeah. No, it's a great company because it's the rare opportunity to work with a company that is based around music. Yeah. From a technical point of view, they got the best instruments, but it's all about about musicians and music. When they produce something, it's done with integrity. I'm very fortunate.
So what is your job there, Alf?
I train staff. Yep. I do events. Work with different organisations. Try to basically get our product out there and make people understand what our product is.
Yamaha support Telethon every year, don't they?
We have been supporting for the last 8 years. Yep. Yeah.
And so you donate a piano, and I think they auction it.
Usually we give them a piano to auction in the a small baby grand to auction, which they've managed to sort of do quite well every year. Yep. We give them a digital grand piano for stage, and also supply all the backline for the live acts.
Wow.
We didn't have much to supply this year though, but that's another story.
So it changed this year? Or?
It definitely is. And the first thing I've got to say about Telethon, and it's not about what we need, it's about what Telethon needs, and they say 38 million this year.
It's massive, wasn't it?
It's crazy. Every year you sit there and you go, they're not going to, and they always do. But it was disappointing for me as a musician and a member of the community here in WA.
Yeah.
That there was very little live music and very few bands. So it was. Look, end of the day, the goal was achieved. But if we had my wishes, I would have loved to have seen what we've had in past years. A lot more input from the local music industry.
Well, you had the 12 o'clock midnight till 5 in the morning, always with McCanty and so on and so forth. We're all
and me, I was there too.
Okay.
Just McCanty.
Yeah, but you're
Slim
sitting
Jim.
here.
Oh, God, enough now. We know how good he is. He knows it too. Now there's a gentleman. There's a man who's of great integrity.
Yeah,
absolutely.
fantastic. We've had him on this show as well. So, what are your projects these days? What are you up to?
Oh, it's exciting. Through my work through Yamaha, I've managed to meet some amazing people. A guy called Matt Otley. He's an artist. I hate him. He's an artist, author, and composer. And we're actually working on a project called the A Tree of Ecstasy. It involves 78-piece orchestra with a choir and narration and images. So that's that's the big thing at the moment. I'm really hoping that we get to finish it. Well, we finished the music now. We just need to.
So you're writing the music yourself, or?
Yes, we're co-writing with him.
Yeah.
Not as much as Matt, but yeah. So it's a big project, and it's to do with mental illness, which is it's an important topic at the moment. And so
very important.
Yeah. So we're hoping that this will. It's a 40-minute work, so we're hoping that we'll get it out there early next year. The book, CD, the whole bit. So yeah.
Are you raising money for any particular thing, or?
Look. We're hoping that with this work, we'll give someone an insight into what it actually feels like to have a psychosis and survive it. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty deep, huh? It actually is, but it's just really sort of making people aware that mental illness is something that is here.
Yeah.
And we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And we should never give up on it.
Well said. So, if you were stranded on a deserted island, you knew you were going to be stranded on that island, what album would you take with you?
Oh God! So I can't. No. Quite simple for me, and this is going to be. It's Glenn Gould's performance of Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier Books 1 and 2.
Wow!
I love my Bach, and if you had to say to me what it is I would not want, that would be it, because I can sit and listen to that.
Is that two albums or one album?
It's over 2 albums. Yeah. Okay, 2 albums, but I'd sort of sneak him into one.
I take that Bach. Anyway. Okay, your favourite TV show growing up?
Gilligan's Island, mate.
Yep.
Gilligan's Island.
Who's your favourite character?
Who do you think?
Ginger.
No, Marianne. She quite liked the professor too. It was Bob Denver.
All right, yeah.
Bob Denver. I think he's just fantastic.
Yeah. Have any unfulfilled ambitions?
No, because that sort of implies that you might have some regret. I haven't got none whatsoever. I just want to be around long enough to finish the projects I've started. That's what I want.
Yeah.
To finish some things I've begun, and that'll be nice to bring them to completion.
You have 2 or 3 kids?
I've got 6 in total. I've got 3 of my own. I've picked up another 3, and we are the Luigi bunch.
The Luigi bunch.
Si. Absolutely, yeah. And that's been the biggest joy of my life, having a family.
What ages are they from?
Right, the oldest is, Lucas is 28.
Wow. Yeah.
And goes right down to Jack, who's 17.
Grandkids yet?
Get out of here. Grandkids, well, not that I know of. But no, I don't, not yet. But we have one of the daughters getting married at the end of the year, so we'll see what happens after that. Yeah.
Mate, it's a place in your heart you don't know is there until you actually have one. It's fantastic.
Are you trying to sell it to me?
Yeah,
mate.
It's the best thing in the world, seriously.
I think that's one of the interesting points, isn't it, Gary, being a musician? When you start out in life as a musician, and where you end up is quite interesting, isn't it? It's a journey.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's why we've got people like yourself on the show, so we can listen to your journey and
Because mate, if you when you were in PJ Hooker and I was in Cox City, we were talking about grandchildren.
No, definitely not.
That's
We'll
right.
be talking about other things.
Absolutely.
How many girls did? No. Okay.
How many did you? It's okay.
Do you collect anything? Apart from girls.
Well, I'm not.
You're not allowed to say these things
Can't
anymore,
show this to
are
my
you?
partner then, can I? Do I collect anything? No, bad jokes, really. It's about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Got lots of those.
Can you tell me one? Or?
No.
Oh.
I can't because I feel under pressure now. Because it'll just be bad.
What would you put on your gravestone?
Actually, I thought about this. Because in our family mottos, I came, I saw, I concreted, but so
I concreted.
But mine is lots of ground workers in my family. But my motto would be: I came, I saw, I did some stuff, and now I'm dead. That's all I can think of. It's like, what do you do, mate?
Yeah. It's a silly question, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because it doesn't matter what you put on my gravestone, because I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, and you would never know
I don't think you would.
unless you can see from up there.
Well, do you believe in up there? Do you?
No,
There you go. That's right.
I don't wish to talk about that either, but no, I don't actually.
There's someone over there pointing like this.
Yes, down here.
It's down there. Yes.
So is there anyone you may have forgot that we haven't talked about?
Oh, mate, you got to be kidding. Mate. There must be thousands of people.
Yeah.
That sort of, because as a musician, I've worked with such great artists and people throughout my whole life. I've been very, very fortunate. And there's been such an eclectic mix of people.
Yeah.
From sort of, from sort of helping a fellow musician in King's Cross put that needle into their arm to be able to sort of go on stage and work with.
You did that too, huh?
Yeah, I did. And be able to go up on stage and perform with an orchestra, So no, it's
Yeah.
there's lots of people, lots of that would have gone through my life, but can't think of anyone that I really want to mention.
No
But
worries.
thank you.
And no regrets. So
No, not so.
so that's all good. Look, Alf, really appreciate it having you on the show.
No, my pleasure.
Yeah, it's been really nice talking to
Yeah,
you.
cheers, mate.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. That's it again for this week, and good night, WA. You'll be okay.
There she was, just walking down the street, snapping her fingers and shuffling her feet. She looked good, she looked fine, she looked good, she looked fine, and I nearly lost my mind. Here she comes, just walking down the street, singing, snapping her fingers and shuffling her feet, singing.
ProCopy, we can transfer audio to CD, make CD, DVD and Blu-ray copies, transfer video to DVD, Blu-ray or HD, digitise slides and photos and supply custom USBs. You can see more details at procopy.com.au or call us on 089375 3902 for more information.